Next comic, funny man, has been doing comedy with me. We were in Vegas, but we were at the same convention, but in separate rooms. But the shit was hilarious. From Pennsylvania, now living here in the great Estados Unidos de Los Angeles. All right, give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Qalil Ismail.
What the hell's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight? I think you guys can do better than I said. How y'all doing tonight? That's more like it. My name is Qalil Ismail, and it's okay if people don't get it, especially if you don't frequent a mosque, you know? But I am what Hollywood calls ethnically ambiguous, okay? And what that means is you aren't sure if I can say the N-word or not. But I am biracial, and my friends often ask me, they say, Qalil, do you say the N-word? And of course I do, right? My black half says it around my black friends, and my white half says it only in songs and on Xbox. I'll give you an easy one. What do you get when you cross an Italian American with an African American? A small Samoan. Like I look like a spicy Weird Al, you know? But I am biracial. My dad is black, my mom is white, which, you know, was a really interesting upbringing for a lot of reasons. And you know, my dad really reminds me of Goku, okay? Because he was a mixed martial artist, he was incredibly strong, easily left his family to go train. Nowadays, he's more like the Hunter x Hunter protagonist because he's just gone. But it was really interesting growing up with a white mom in a white neighborhood because I learned a lot about white stuff, right? Like mayonnaise or the Golden Girls or Manifest Destiny, you dig? So when my dad came home, I learned a lot of new stuff. I learned about BET, I learned about Dave Chappelle, I learned about spices. It also meant when my dad came home that I was going to be introduced to a lot more people with melanin in their skin. And I remember I would observe my dad and his friends, and I would watch them really closely. And one day I had to ask, I was like, Dad, why is it that all you and your friends call each other Monica? Okay, some of us got it, great, some of us didn't. If you didn't get it, that's totally okay, you may be white. And in such a case, under your breath really lightly, what's up, Monica? There it is. I told my dad that joke some years ago, and he was like, "You wrote that?" I was like, "Yeah, I did." And he goes, "Yeah, that's pretty good." He goes, "You know, when you were a kid, I thought you were such an asshole. But had I known you were going to grow up to do comedy, it would have gone a lot easier on you." And I said, No, that's okay, because the trauma you gave me is what made me funny." So what he says to me is, he goes, "So what you're saying is, I invested in your career." And so I go home and I tell my mom this, and she says, "Qalil, do you know what an investment is?" And I said, "Yeah, it's when you put something in something and later on you get something out of it." She said, "Exactly. What your father made was a donation." Yeah, give it up for my mom. You know, I'll apologize if some of the holes in my transitions are bigger than the one in Ace, but... But I played Pokemon a lot growing up. I watched a lot of Pokemon growing up, and I realized somewhat recently that Professor Oak giving you your first Pokemon is kind of like the guy who's coming over to fuck your mom letting you play games on his phone. Do some of your parents have like happy marriages or something? Anyway. I also am a big fan of My Hero Academia. Any My Hero fans? Couple of people. I love My Hero because the protagonist and the best girl have the coolest quirks. It's get high and smash. Do we have any Demon Slayer fans? Yeah. This half of the room watches anime, and this half of the room Attack on Titan. Okay, I'll bring your walls down. Don't you worry. The mouth on Eren Yeager's stepmom is. Some of you guys haven't gotten to season 4 yet, and that's okay. To my Demon Slayer fans, what is Rengoku's favorite sport? Golf, because it's a hole-in-one. Yeah, does that hurt? Yeah, it hurt him too. Or I guess it hurt him 3. Dude, this half of the room, these jokes are fucking sick, okay? These are fucking topical and really relevant right now, okay? Maybe you guys are familiar with American anime. You guys watch Avatar: The Last Airbender? Okay, 4 people. You guys are great. You guys are fucking great. And you guys need to figure it out, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to be mean because I want you to enjoy the things. But in Avatar: The Last Airbender, my favorite character is Toph. We love Toph? Dude, Toph is fucking sick, right? I love Toph, and I love that in Korra after the second series or whatever, we get to see more of her. And Toph has children, guys. Toph has children. That means Toph has sex. Okay, Toph, but I can't imagine Toph conceiving any of her children on bottom. She's the original metal bender. She was on top for every one of those kids, like, bah, sing, say my name. I'm saying. I do the sex a lot. So I think that makes me a waterbender. And in the full moon, I'll be a bloodbender. It's fine. I gotta write that one down. You guys remember the Shyamalan movie? The Avatar Shyamalan movie? Yeah. The twist on that one, it was just bad. It's just bad. When I was 10 and I auditioned to be in that movie. I did. I auditioned to. Thank God I didn't get it. Ooh, I wouldn't be here. I would have no credibility. They're like, yeah, you're cute, but your resume. Anyway. No, my resume's tight. Don't worry. It's cool. Other than stand-up, I have a day job that's whatever, but I also voice act, which is really fun. I get to do some voice acting. And last year, on my birthday, I got to go to DreamWorks Studios and do some lines for a movie. Now I can say the name. It is Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. If you've seen the trailer, I'm in the movie. Yeah, and it was the coolest experience because it was my birthday and my agent, her assistant, had told the people there at DreamWorks that it was my birthday, so I got there, they were super warm, like, it's your birthday, we're gonna do a tour and all this stuff, and it was the best day. It was the best day. I initially came in to do 2 lines, I think I got 5 or something, and we just had a really awesome experience. I got to, Shrek is my fucking idol, my guy, and I got to take a picture with this giant Shrek. Oh my fucking God, dude, when I tell you this was the best birthday, there was nothing in this day. I had other plans that day. There was nothing that was gonna that beat my day at DreamWorks. And then I get in my car, and I'm leaving the studio, and my little brother calls me. He's 13, and he's like, "Hey, Qalil," and I was like, "Sup, Gabriel?" He goes, "Happy birthday, dude." I said, "Thank you." He says, "You know what I've been up to?" I said, "What?" He said, "I started watching Naruto." Dude, fuck DreamWorks, bro. Fuck DreamWorks. Fuck you, coolest job I've ever had. But he goes, he's so cool, man. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I like Naruto because he's loud, he's fun, he's got a lot of energy. I was like, yeah. He's like, Sasuke's cool, but he's kind of like, he's too dark for me. I was like, yeah, I get that. He's like, why is Sakura there? And I couldn't let my little brother live on with an unreasonable, expectation. And I was like, it doesn't get better. For her, the series is fire. I live here in LA, I do. I've been here, this is my 10th year. Crushing, it's my 10th year. I'm almost an Angelino, I guess, but I won't say that out loud anywhere else. But I have roommates, just like everybody. Who's LA person? You guys are all from here? Who has roommates? Okay, well, everybody else is rich then, so... but I have a handful of roommates. I just got rid of one. He kind of sucked. He was white. That wasn't the white part wasn't what made him suck. It's just important. I also had a dog, I had a tortoise, a great space, but this one particular roommate sucked, okay? Because he wouldn't wash dishes. And that is very problematic to me. If you're almost a 30-year-old man and you can't wash dishes, your own dishes. So there had been a period of time, I think it was like 8 days. 8 days he had left dishes in the sink. And the part that really pissed me off is the only 2 things he did was go to work and like play video games. There was nothing else. You would think there's some time in the day that you could fucking wash your dishes, bro. But he didn't. And on the 9th day, he went to work. and I took the UV bulb from my tortoise tank and stuck it in his ceiling light, and every day he had sunburn and didn't know why. Man, fuck that guy. Anyway, I do have to say that's a joke because you can't give people skin cancer. That's a felony. When I was a kid, again, holes and transitions, bro. Like the one in Rengoku. When I was a kid, I loved the Men in Black movies. You guys fuck with the Men in Black movies? Do you guys fuck with the Men in Black movies? Any of you fuck with them? Those movies were tight, dude. When I was a kid, I loved those movies because it was Tommy Lee Jones and it was Will Smith and they were running around catching aliens. And I thought that was the coolest fucking thing ever. And that's all I wanted to do when I grew up. I wanted to run around and catch aliens. And I grew up and I realized the only way as a grown-up you can run around and catch aliens is if you join ICE. Ooh. I'm so sorry about your parents, man. Okay, I see. Yeah, I can't read from far away, and they have words on a screen that they're trying to tell me, and it's you're canceled. Let me think. Okay, I do stand up, right? I do this. I compete in stand-up competitions sometimes, which I really love. I'm also a really hairy dude. I am, and I compete in men's hairy chest competitions. I have won first and third in men's hairy chest competitions. You can clap. Whoever's wooing, you fucking rock. The rest of these guys need to get on board with this fucking sauce, bro. But I've won first and third place in men's hairy chest competitions. In 5 states, my asshole is known as the tarantula. And if you wanted to eat ass and floss at the same time, I'm your guy. I was recently told that I look like I took all the hair off my mom's pussy when I was born. Like, I would show you more, but I don't want to turn anyone on to the point at which it becomes distracting from me. Okay, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that because I am a hairy fucking dude. My name is Qalil Ismail. Please follow me on Instagram at mr_funnyq. And give it up for all the comedians and your host!
That is the most flyest air freshener I've ever seen on stage. He smells good too. That's the thing too. Man, that is amazing. Who is he like? I see him like in the shadows. Like I see him, he's just like this side and he's doing this. It's like he's trying to rap to one of y'all. I don't know. Is it the 5-0 here or is it the, okay. The 5-some? Yeah. I looked at you because I was gonna ask the question. So if y'all were to have a Faisal, who's on the bottom? He's on the top. He's on the top. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to change voice. Chorizo. No, I'm sorry. That's my default word for anything. If I get uncomfortable, I'll say chorizo. It's weird. Speaking of weird, now we're going into this realm of comics that have performed at this weird place about, I don't know, maybe about 700,000 people. I think it's called Anime Expo. Yeah. Have you seen those prices? Holy cannolis. Man, $113 for an industry pass. That's 5 chicken sandwiches. And maybe a straw. And it's even the paper straw too. I know. So we're in the realm of Anime Expo right now, only because these are the comics that I've performed with at Anime Expo, and we are actually titled winners of the Late Night Comedy Show and Last Comic Stand. I'm so gonna give my fucking age here. I was the winner of 2008. I know. Nowadays, it's like, I'm like, woo, yeah, comedy, bum, 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 Boku no Pico. You know, just back. You know I had to go there. He's courting, damn it. Or were you on, you were looking for me at OnlyFans. I knew it. Oh, hold on. There you go. You know, I called long chorizo. So,